So we're looking to recruit planning inspectors to join us at an exciting time in terms of our transformation stages. We're looking to improve our performance and improve our processes and systems, and we're going forward in an organisational change. We need inspectors to join us at this important time to help shape communities and help be independent tribunals and help us with all sorts of casework, including Section 78 written representation appeals, hearings and inquiries. They would help us also with local plan examinations and some of the larger national infrastructure projects as well. We're also looking for new inspectors to join us to be enforcement inspectors, so those with a background or an interest in doing enforcement work too. The role of the inspector then is to act as an independent tribunal, so they'll be making decisions very early on Section 78 appeals initially. So in terms of what they would start doing when they enrol, they would have a 2-week intensive training period here in Bristol. Then very soon on they would be conducting their own casework. We all work remotely, so inspectors would be expected to work from home, largely independently. They would set up their equipment and then they'd be very soon working on live casework. Mostly, to start with, they would be undertaking Section 78 written representation appeals, so they would be going out on site and making decisions on those appeals. For Band 1 inspectors, they would deal with a variety of mostly household appeals to begin with, and then they would have ongoing training then in other areas such as in Greenbelt, historic heritage if they have a background on that, or environmental specialisms as well. And they would then quickly soon be dealing with a variety of casework on Section 78 written representations, and then go on to conduct hearings a little bit later on in their career. For the Band 2 inspectors, they would start with Section 78 written representations, but then very soon they'd be expected to deal with the more complex casework, hearings, running public inquiries as well, and then going on then to do local plan examinations, conducting examination in terms of finding it for soundness, and also some national infrastructure projects as well, acting as a part of an examining panel. But we would give training on local plans, examinations, and also national infrastructure projects on top of the written representation and Section 78 appeals training that they would conduct initially. So we're looking for candidates with ideally a background in built environment professions, those who've worked in planning, but not necessarily so. They could have a background in surveying or architecture or quantity surveying and engineering and law as well. We'd be looking for those at Band 1 to join us with certainly a number of years behind them, either in planning practice or in public sector, working on sort of planning applications at a local authority and development management, but not necessarily confined to that. They might have had a role in policy work as well, or a mixture of the two. For the Band 2 inspectors, we would anticipate that we'd be looking for the same background, that in other words they'd have a background in engineering, architecture, law, as well as surveying and of course planning, but at a higher level, so they would have undertaken work either in the public or private sector, more complex casework perhaps if they were in development management, or undertaking local plan examinations or leading a plan through examination at a local planning authority.